And now it's time for your Daily Disney Podcast with your host, Joseph Ballesteros.
What is going on, Magic Cheers? Welcome to Talk About the Magic Daily Disney Show. I'm so grateful you decided to join me today. If it's your first time here, welcome. Basically what we do here is Monday through Friday, we do a short 5-10 minute style podcast. And Sunday we do a little longer, but that's because we have a special guest who comes on and shares their story of how they're pursuing their passion and getting their goals and achieving whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. So welcome, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any shows. I apologize for the way my voice sounds. My nose is very stuffy. I don't know if it's allergies or just because it was like 50 degrees on Thursday and then 90 degrees on Saturday. So Texas weather is pretty crazy. So last week on Friday, we did a quote from a book that I really have enjoyed reading, and I think what we're going to do is move that now to Mondays, because Mondays is the start of the week, so why not start it off with a, pick-me-up, so to speak. So today I'm going to be reading from the same book, The Quotable Walt Disney, which of course I'll have in the show notes, so be sure to check it out there if you want to get your own copy. But this is something he had to say when it came to the films and animation. He said, "We are not trying to entertain the critics. I'll take my chances with the public." Now, this is big because obviously in this sense he was talking literal. I mean, they asked him and he said, "We're not making it for the critics." And the reason why I say it's big is because you put that in your everyday life, it changes the entire meaning of what he just said here. Because each and every one of us usually has something that we're wanting to achieve, and there's always that person. You know what I mean? There's always that somebody, even if it's a loved one, who gets in there and just kind of starts grinding at you like it. And they could do it, like I said, out of the purest intentions, but they are still breaking you down. And it's interesting, and it's important to remember that we're doing this for ourselves first and foremost. And not just that, though. When we do this for ourselves, we can see how many other people we're able to change. I mean, if you're, let's say, obviously, let's say you're trying to do better at your job. Well, once you start doing better at that, and once you start getting better at what you're doing, that's going to change the people around you. It's going to change how your employees see you, and how your boss sees you, and how the work gets done, how the customers or whoever it is you're dealing with sees you. If you're trying to lose weight, same thing. People around you, your friends, family, and loved ones are going to notice a change in you. You're going to feel better. You're going to be able to interact differently with people. And I think that's why it's so important, because critics, like I said, don't have to be mean, don't have to purposely try to destroy you, but they sometimes are just that, critical. And they don't understand the importance of lifting up rather than breaking down. And I love what Walt says, where he says, "I'll take my chances with the public," meaning, you know what? I don't care what you might think I'm not going to do. I don't care what you might think I'm not going to be successful at. I'm going to take my chances anyway, and I'm going to pursue it. And that's really key, guys. We have to remember that no matter what our goal is, no matter what our dream is, we have to try to do it and work toward it, because why not? This is the only life we have. And the last thing you want to do is be on that, deathbed where you're, hopefully you're like really old, hopefully you're like 150 or something by then. But, where you say, "I just wish I could have. I wish I had the nerve to try that thing I wanted to do." And again, by looking at Walt's life, and of course looking at other people in your own life, maybe who are in a different position than you, in a better position than you, you'll see that they had a moment. They had a moment to say, "Do I do this, or should I play it safe? Do I take this risk and pursue what I'm passionate about, or do I play it safe?" We all have that's somebody that we can look to. For me personally, I always look to my dad. My dad is not from here. He's from Colombia. And he came to America with no knowledge of English, he came here for seminary school, and his story he shares, of course, we can kind of chuckle now, but, it was amazing because when he came here, like I said, he had no knowledge of anything, no English, no nothing. And he was hungry. And so he went to, I think it was the Church's Chicken or KFC, one of those. And he was saying, in his head, he was saying chicken. So he kept saying chicken, chicken. But because he had such a heavy accent, what he was really saying was kitchen. is what it sounded like. And the employee started laughing and making fun of him, saying, we don't serve kitchen here. We don't serve kitchen here. Now, my dad had two choices. He said, I can either go back to Colombia where I know the language and everything's fine and dandy, or I'm going to make it a point that I learn English and I never have this problem again. And now he does, obviously. I mean, he's been here in America for years and years now, and he's learned language. And not just that, he's become a teacher to help actually kids who only speak Spanish be able to speak English as well. So it's those kind of stories that get to me, because I realize, like, man, there was that what if moment. There was that moment where he said, I'm not gonna let this stop me, but he could have. And I would technically not be here doing this right now, because if he went back to Colombia, he would have never met my mom. And of course, the rest is history. But that's why I say it's important to look up. And if you don't have anyone in your personal life, that's why we have people that we get to look up, like Walt Disney and other people who have gone and done some amazing things in life. You just have to remember that you're gonna face that time when you say, should I keep going? And you have to fight and say, yes, I should. And you have to do it. So it's Monday. Let's have some fun. Whether you're happy at your job or not, if you're not happy with where you're at right now, it's not a reason to pout or to whine about it. It's actually a perfect opportunity to say, all right, let me start planning my goal. Let me start planning where I want to be a year from now and get to work to doing that. And if you are happy and you are really enjoying what you're doing right now, that's awesome. Now you get to say, man, how can I get this to the next level? What can I do to make this even better? So I really hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know this was probably a little longer than normal, but I get really passionate about talking about this kind of stuff. So if you haven't, please be sure to check out yesterday's show with Shannon from Going To Guides. What a wonderful guest, and she was so awesome and so kind with the hiccup that we had, which was basically the first time we did the entire interview, it just ended up not recording for some reason. So be sure to check that out and check out all her sites and everything, because it's really awesome, really story that she shared there. Of course, if you want to support the podcast, please be sure to use the Amazon affiliate link. Just head over to talkaboutthemagic.com/Amazon Magic. When you do that, it'll be a normal Amazon page, but you're using my affiliate link, so it helps me out and the podcast so much. Or you can become a Patreon yourself. If you go to patreon.com/talkaboutthemagic, you will get rewards like monthly, not daily, monthly Disney pins and monthly Disney treats from the park. I just hope you guys enjoy that. I think that's a really awesome gift. And so please be sure to check it out and check out what reward you'd like to get into. That's patreon.com/talkaboutthemagic. I'm working on some other things, guys. Hopefully you will see them very soon, and hopefully you guys will like it. I'm just really excited to get to work on these projects that I have coming up ahead. So please be sure to, again, subscribe, share this with a friend if you haven't already. Have a great 9-day week whenever you're listening to this, and I will talk with you tomorrow. As always, stay magical.